Hey guys, neighborhood picks. I just want to give you a heads up. Tonight we got the Knicks and the Miami Heat live on ESPN. Thinking about going with a live stream broadcast with my buddy Mel. But I got one more thing. I don't always want to harp on LeBron, but I didn't want to just be reactionary, and I wanted to think things through and what would be the best thing for him next year. Now he has a player option for next year, but his contract is basically up from what I understand. So nobody could have expected the Lakers to have this type of dumpster fire with Anthony Davis being the China doll that he is, Frog Face being way off. Everything is just ugly. And I know LeBron wants to stick around to play with Bronny in the NBA and this and that, but I remember when LeBron was on the Miami Heat, right? And they went to titles and superstardom. And then at the end of that run, LeBron is so smart. He saw the handwriting on the wall. Dwayne Wade was doing a little management. The knee was like getting degenerative. They kept it hush, but he was never going to be Dwayne Wade of a couple years ago. And in that same time, Cleveland, where he used to be, got Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving started to become Kyrie Irving. And LeBron knew he was one of the best young guards in the league. So that's when LeBron came home. And that was a smart move because there was actually more with Cleveland on the up than there would have been staying with Miami with the way that the health was going on those guys. So that kind of brings me back to right now. Okay, he went back to Cleveland, got a young Kyrie. They ended up winning a title, beating Golden State. It was awesome. I don't know if they would have stayed dominant if he stayed on Miami, as crazy as that sounds, because you got to be able to have foresight. You have to be able to anticipate. So then he comes home, and then all of a sudden he comes to the Lakers, and he got one title with the Lakers, which is great. So he never has to leave LA and be like a failure. So that was a positive. But here's what I'm getting at. If you're LeBron James and you are, first of all, he's been throwing Rob Pelinka under the bus. Rob Pelinka's Kobe's guy. Like, LeBron, you had more to do with constructing this roster than the actual people that are paid to construct the roster. We all know LeBron James had a lot to do with this roster. Don't hide it now. So, stand up. Be a stand-up guy both ways. Don't start blasting Pelinka and everybody else, because LeBron James was responsible for the majority of this roster. Maybe he was mad they didn't make a move, but these are his guys. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're LeBron and you're thinking about next year, what better two teams are there to go home to? Look at Miami right now. Miami has re-evolved as a top team. Miami's got Lowry, veteran. He's on the way out, but he's not playing like it. So you might get 3 more really good, tough years. Lowry doesn't have to score 40 a night. Lowry, Tyler Hero on the way up, tough. Duncan Robinson, Butler, Jimmy Butler, Adebayo. You got a lot of guys. One of the Morris brothers, Oladipo's on the way back. PJ Tucker. You got a tough team. Imagine adding LeBron James, and then at one point you're on the floor in a playoff series and you got Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Tyler Hero, and Lowry out on the floor. Would you rather have those guys or the Lakers right now? I think I'd rather have those Heat guys. So that's one thing. LeBron James can go back to Pat Riley, who I know loves LeBron. I know they had a little falling out because they're both competitive and Riley wanted them to stay. But if LeBron ever went back with Spoelstra and Riley, I think he could get another title. And LeBron is trying to catch Kobe and Mike in the rings because he catches so much shit for it. So I could see him going back to Miami next year if it's possible. And then number 2, right behind him, you're going to call me crazy, but Cleveland. If he ever went back home again for the 3rd time, I think that would be some story. And Cleveland has really, really, really good young talent. Darius Garland, for casual NBA fans, is a really good guard. Darius Garland is a tremendous guard. The point. What about Colin Sexton? The point shoot. He's like a combo guard. He's a terrific young guard. You got Darius Garland and Sexton, who, if you're in the know, they're better than the Lakers guards right now. They're really good young guards. On top of it, you have Evan Mobley, a 6'11" rookie, who's a rookie right now, and he's just shooting through a ceiling. He's going to be the rookie of the year, no doubt. He's already putting up scary stat line numbers. You'll see him with 19 and 16. And Evan Mobley, another year. Imagine Colin Sexton, Garland, LeBron, 6'11" Evan Mobley, and only 33-year-old rejuvenated because he's back with LeBron, Kevin Love. Kevin Love is a nice piece. I'm not saying to carry a team, but if you look at Cleveland's team, I'd rather Jared Allen. I forgot about Jared Allen. Jared Allen, LeVert, Love, Markkanen's on that team. Laurie Markkanen, Evan Mobley, rookie of the year, going up. Rondo's on the bench for leadership. Oh man, Garland, Sexton. Oh man, you got a lot of guys on Cleveland. So if I'm LeBron and I'm going into next year, waiting for Bronny also, I think Miami is a great culture, and I think going back to Cleveland would just be a perfect story on his legacy. So I'd get the hell out of LA. It's been ugly. It's felt ugly, and that little bubble tournament was cool, but I think LeBron could do a better last chapter than LA. This is not me hating on LeBron. I'm encouraging him to do what he's been doing his whole career and venture out again, because you could always get back to Hollywood. It's a plane ride, a helicopter ride, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't worry about that. Go make your story even better. Make this movie the best one ever if you want to be the GOAT. Imagine getting another chip in one of them places. Oh, that's just what I'm thinking. So let me know. I might do the Heat Knicks game later tonight on ESPN. So it's neighborhood picks. I want to thank everybody for subscribing lately. We just hit our first 300. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like it, the notification bell. And just keep growing the channel, share it. We're always going to be talking about fun stuff. I love you guys. Neighborhood Picks. Peace.